How's everyone doing? I got my mind on a few other things. As I've been looking, I studied global conflicts and wars and stuff like that. I have. Um, we need to chit chat real fast here. Um, Probably not gonna like what I'm doing, but it needs to be done. And because I love humanity and all of that other stuff, we need to talk. Um, yeah, we need to talk about the between what's going on now and what was happening 100 years ago is the same thing. Interesting how all this popped off when, the majority of our grandparents who have been through World War One and World War Two are now gone. Um, that they can't be like, oh, this is all bullshit. They waited till the World War Two generation was pretty well gone so that they could try and F everybody in the head, and they did a pretty doggone good job of it. If you look from 1914 all the way up until basically every single war that we've had here in the United States, well, that had to do with the United States so that they got involved in. Every time that there was a big world war, guess who was in charge of the White House? Take one guess. Woodrow Wilson was in the White House and was elected. And we don't even know if he was really elected. How do we know he wasn't installed? He's a Democrat. We don't know. I'm not saying we're Democrat or Republican. They're all fucking evil. However, it seems like all these global conflicts and global wars always start when there's a Democrat in office. That's not I guess when World War II started, guess who was in office? Roosevelt. Democrat. The New Deal. To get people more entrenched in depending on the government. Now they have a brand new thing going, the Green New Deal. This is just a rollover from the New Deal to get everybody dependent on the government, people. More dependent. They don't want the whole trade and stuff like that going between people. They want you completely shut down and shut up and just do what you're told to do and don't listen. This, like I said, I'm just looking at the pattern here, and you guys can all look at it for yourself. During World War One, right? Guess when that ended? When the Spanish flu started. World War One ended when the Spanish flu had started in 1918. The Spanish flu had started. That was the first global pandemic. And everybody's been trying to scream this from the rooftops, but everybody's so infiltrated in and watching what's going on through social media. Dude, they're able to propagandize you so good this day and age from all the different social media platforms. We stand with Ukraine. Come on, people. They did the same damn thing. What I'm worried about is a fucking Pearl Harbor happening. That's what I'm worried about. When that motherfucker, Delano, whatever the fuck his name is, when he was sitting in the friggin' White House and he knew that Pearl Harbor was going to get attacked and didn't do shit to let those people know, hey, you're about to get attacked. And how much of that was propaganda to pull? That was all to pull the American people underneath the regime to unite and say, I'll be damned. Be careful. That's the one thing I am worried about as a mom of a Marine. is people getting, are people getting freaking being expendable because these people are fighting at the top. The Spanish flu started, and I even looked up, like, between that and then World War II, they were dealing with a lot of fallout from that Spanish flu. We were hit with a bioweapon. It's actually come out now that COVID had DNA in it. Traces of DNA. What fucking DNA? Oh, DNA that can actually code. That's coded. We were hit with a bioweapon. Now everybody wants to get on what's going on over in Ukraine, but what's going to be happening in the back door that nobody's paying attention to. Here in the United States, our back door has been way wide open down at the southern border. Give you the opportunity to sit and think about that. They want to sneak attack people and not let you know what's going on. And then I'm just, like I said, that convoy, be really careful. That very well could have been a CIA op to get everybody freaking rah, rah, rah. Let's go America. And then they could sneak attack something and blame it on somebody else. And then everybody's fighting. Oh, well, and everybody's going to come up under the let's unite banner. We'll go to war. They want this. That's why I'm Switzerland on the whole thing. I'm just exposing the fucking fraud for what it is. I'm Switzerland in all of this. I'm just looking at the evil freaking regime at the top. I don't give a shit if you think Putin's evil. They probably all are. They're all narcs at the top. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying don't believe the hype. Don't believe it. Y'all can get mad at me. I don't give a shit. I'm going to give you the truth. Like I said, this isn't even about Democrats or Republicans. It's just the pattern I'm seeing. Told you I've studied this shit. This was all to bring a global genocide. And this time, heck, in World War II, what ended that? So they say, the atomic bomb and drop at Hiroshima. Think about it. And what will get all Americans united under this evil regime? War. They ain't dumb people. They think you are, though. However, there's nothing new under the sun. There isn't. I mean, there's new weapons, obviously, and new ways that they can attack us, like cyber, because we didn't have internet back then. All they had was newspapers. So they had to believe everything that was coming in. They were force-fed it. They weren't hearing alt news. They weren't being able to actually see both sides of the conflict. They actually just made sure that they funneled propaganda in all these countries to get each other to hate each other, to make us think, the common people, to make us actually think that our government gives a shit. Our government don't give a shit. Our military, they consider them boys and girls expendable. And they're going to do the same thing to anybody who they think that is they're not elites, okay? And if you're not an elite and you're on here, they don't give a fuck about you. They don't give a shit about me. They don't give a shit about our military. And those are the people, whether I don't give a shit if you're Ukrainian, you're Russian, I don't care who you are. If you're not an elite and running shit, you're expendable to these people. They don't care. They want a depopulation. They want to depopulate the globe by 90%, according to Bill Gates. Look it up. You know, back in during World War II, I would often hear my grandmother say about my great grandma standing in the fucking bread lines. Food shortages. What are they talking about now? Food shortages. What about inflation through the roof? Same thing with the war. How in the hell did they get the United States economy back up and running from World War I depression all the way into World War II? How did they do it? World War. The boys go off to fight and the girls stay here and start working in factories. That's what they did. We still have a whole boomer generation that was probably, a lot of them were too young to remember a lot of this. Some of them might remember it, but some of them may not. And I'm going to let you know, if you find this interesting, these are just the what ifs, okay? I'm giving you a lot of facts, but these are the what ifs. What if this is just the same old bullshit? That's how I see it. They don't care about anybody who isn't, I'm wondering what kind of disclosure was coming out back then about whatever was going on in the White House. I'm wondering what kind of shit was about to get exposed that they needed to start a world war. Like I said, I'm not sticking up for one country over another. Of course, like basically in all this, I'm sticking up for my boy that he makes it out this bullshit alive. That's all I care about. Fuck these elites. Fuck these militaries. Fuck these world leaders. They don't care about us. They don't care about you. They don't care about me. They don't care about their military. And they certainly don't give a fuck about whether you live or die. They don't. They released the pandemic back before, at the end of World War I. During World War II, guess what happened? 1949, tuberculosis and all that shit started popping up from the fallout of World War II. Let me explain something. What was going on in Ukraine and what just happened? According to sources, and very smart sources, Putin blown up biolabs over there. Well, most of those biolabs are protected by who? Military and scientists? Think about it. If that's released into the environment and they didn't get incinerated, there very well could be major fallout from that. Just throwing it out there. What if? That's just a what if. What if these people who have been invading the United States and all around the globe have actually been shipped and funneled through Ukraine? What if these people who have been funneled in to do these protests, Antifa and Black Lives, what if they are actually from Ukraine? One of the propaganda things I saw was, oh my God, Putin's going around and killing all the blacks and the gayses. The gayses people. Like, I'm not making fun of anybody for that. However, I find the propaganda so crazy, so that everybody turns on him. They've been doing this. They said the same thing about anybody who doesn't agree with what they're doing. You're racist. You're sexist. You're homophobic, xenophobic. They like to do the finger pointing and the name calling, don't they? These elites do. That way the masses will fall in line and get people to hate each other instead of actually people uniting. They would rather do it through fear tactics because they get some for kind of insatiable It makes them happy to see people suffer. All of them. It makes them very happy to see people suffer. That truck convoy, be careful, people. You don't know what is in store there and what these elites have going on. I'm just throwing it out there one more time. Please be careful. They're probably, look what they did to the convoy and up in Canada. Tried to freaking say that they were coming in with these weapons and they got exposed for being lies and frauds. They brought in all these weapons in a truck and then said that it was in one of the people who were protesting's truck. What bullshit. They got exposed for that. It was actually the government who tried to do that psyop. A lot of this stuff is psyops too. I'm not saying that people aren't dying. I'm not saying that there isn't shit going on. However, I'm not there and neither are most of you. So get your sources from people who are actually inside Ukraine or talk to people who are inside Russia. Like, I'm not saying some of them won't be lying too. Who knows? It all depends on where the funnel is coming from and what they're propagandized to believe. What if? I'm going to say one last, what if Antifa and Black Lives Matter weren't funneled here through the Biden, Obama, Clinton, Bush crime syndicate? What if? What if Putin's actually freaking, I'm just saying. What if? You need to really kind of like go back in history, look at World War I, look at World War II and what was happening in between. You had a pandemic. This is all the same shit, people. It's all the same shit. And the thing is our World War I vets are all gone and our World War II vets are almost gone. 1918, 1919. Almost 100 years on the 100-year anniversary. Guess when it started? March. I think it's 2019. Or excuse me, March. 1919. Let me double check that just to make sure. I've been looking at this and looking at all the things that was going on and around. It's funny how all these wars start when a Democrat's in office. What if? And then they have this New Deal, the Green New Deal now, where everybody's completely going to be under the umbrella of your government. And if you say anything that goes against them, guess what? No money, no house, no car, no nothing. They want you completely dependent on them so that you are going to not ever go against what they're doing or what they're saying. That isn't freedom, people. This Green New Deal has very little to do with saving our planet. If it did, they wouldn't be starting fucking wars. If it did, they wouldn't be out there freaking releasing bioweapons. Don't believe the hype, people. Yeah, I feel bad for the people that have to live in these freaking areas. I feel bad for every single common person. These leaders at the top, they all can burn in hell. Every single one of them. When you find out that your own damn government has been doing this systematically to fuck with the population and the masses, you actually really figure it out that they don't give a shit. And we've been actually putting in office a bunch of rich, wealthy, crime families. I'm calling the Bushes too. I don't give a shit. They're fucking horrible. It's all for their freaking money. All for their pockets. Hang on. Let me look at something here. Not that. Like I said, what if? What if? Let's see, what happened as a result of World War II? One of the deadliest moments of world history was in 1918 through 1919. The influenza pandemic worsened by the global movements of World War I. Go figure. It was called the Spanish flu. Look it up. The worst epidemics in pandemic history. Spanish flu. Yeah. People have been on to this. Now, who was the president? And this is World War I shit. That's why I said the other night, I kind of felt like this was like more of a World War I thing. Let's see who the, okay, let's look. Who were pitted the Central Powers, mainly Germany, Australia, Hungary, and Turkey, against the Allies? Mainly France, Great Britain, Russia, Italy, Japan, and then the United States got involved. Better late than never, right? Same with World War II. As they're funneling money to both sides of the war and funding both sides of the war. Go figure. Evil fucking crime people. They don't give a shit about you. They don't give a shit about me. And they certainly do not give a shit about the militaries that are in. They're all expendable. They don't care about anything but lining their own damn pockets. They could care if they blow up this world as long as they get off of it first. They don't care. So this is just this is like the 100-year anniversary, roughly right around. Almost to a T. It's cray-cray. Okay. Woodrow Wilson was the president during World War I. And Franklin D. Roosevelt was the president during World War II. Like I said, how'd they jumpstart the American economy? Think, people. The only thing I can see at this very point is porous borders, and they shut our fuel down with the Keystone Pipeline. And how many other damn pipelines? The only pipeline going right now is Russia. How come, if they really gave a shit, how come President Biden didn't come out and say, we're going to reopen the Keystone Pipeline until we can actually slowly introduce the electric bullshit? Okay? How come? Why is our pipeline still shut the fuck down? Huh? Because they want inflation. They want everybody on their knees groveling for the government to please help us. Fuck you! Like I said, these people don't care. They only want control and power, and this is their way of getting it. You tell them to fuck off. Okay? Tell them to fuck off. We ain't stupid. I studied these wars. Yeah, they can come around my ass up. Good fucking luck finding me. God tells me things. I play chess, bitch. I don't play checkers. I know what you guys are up to. I ain't stupid. And I'm just going to tell the whole world how corrupt you are. Like I said, I don't even know if DJT is involved in some of this. Wouldn't surprise me. He's a billionaire. I trust nobody, and neither should any of you. Don't trust what they're doing, people. Don't trust these people. Trust God, and God will reveal all of the corruption. Like I said, I'm just like, come on, God, we got to freaking not just reveal the corruption. You need to help remove it. We all know it's bullshit. Like I said, they don't give a shit. They've already, you know, people be like, oh yeah, the Nazis, and I'm not sticking up for Hitler here, don't get me twisted. Yo, they freaking did all kinds of mind control tricks and fucking warfare with the mind. They've been doing it to us globally as serfs. And then I come to find out, and I hear just from certain sources that our military would do the same thing. As of even recently, they would play certain hurts to make people fucking lose their shit. I've been talking about hair loss for a while amongst women and hair loss. How hair is just falling fuck out. We've been freaking getting baked this whole entire time and don't even realize the radiation that's in the air. Most people don't even realize how bad it really is. So, either way, don't get fooled again. And a lot of, I'm going to let you know something. A lot of the things that was happening over there, is there bombing the shit out of Iraq? The Bush family bombing the shit out of Iraq? There was all kinds of other things that were going on globally that they were a part of that they didn't want you to know about, including shady dealings in Ukraine. So don't get pulled into God bless Ukraine. Yeah, God bless their people. Fuck their government. That dude who's their president, just letting you know, the dude who's their president was an actor 5 years ago. Who else was an actor? I can think of two that sat in the White House at this point now. That's why I don't trust any of them. I'm going to let you know something, people, my United States citizens. Something happens here, like what happened on 9/11, because that was how they pulled us into Iraq. Think about it. That's how they got everybody united when we didn't have internet like this and we were only fed shit from the mainstream media. How did they pull us into that? They caused. It's a major destruction in New York City and in DC. Remember, never let a good tragedy go to waste. Says yours truly, Hillary Rodham Clinton. They can always capitalize off of other people's fucking suffering and pain, and they've been doing it. They don't care about you. They don't care about me. They don't care about the military. They don't care. All they care about is themselves. These people are sitting on multi-billion, trillion, probably trillions of dollars of money laundered money. They were all paid off by the CCP and the globalists to sell out my country, your country, and every single country around the globe. Your leaders are all corrupt, including our leaders are corrupt. We need to get this in our head. We need to throw down the fucking hammer on these bastards and tell them to go fuck off. We ain't doing their bidding no more. I've been saying for the last 2 years, I didn't think Antifa and Black Lives Matter were American citizens because even most American citizens wouldn't go around destroying our cities. We just wouldn't do that. Especially the city parts where, you know, a lot of black families have businesses. Those were who got targeted, was the inner cities. Think about it. We have enough common sense to be like, well, we go and burn stuff down, we're going to go to jail for arson. If we kill somebody, we're going to go to jail for murder. Yet there is groups of people who are going around killing people and burning shit down for the last how many years? I'm telling you, they're Ukrainian. They came over here as a freaking Biden crime syndicate, and they've been funneled all around Europe. Look where they've been, people. These people aren't really Americans. They ain't really cops. A lot of the cops are, I guarantee most of these people in these organizations, one of the reasons why Amazon disavowed Black Lives Matter and decided to drop the contract with them, because who owns Amazon? The Chinese Communist Party. Hello. I see you, and I see exactly what you're doing to people around the globe, and you can't get away with it with me, because Lisa does her fucking research. I ain't stupid. Don't fall for the hype. Don't believe the hype. Like I said, me personally, I'm going to tell you what I know. I'm going to tell you the patterns. I'm going to tell you exactly what I see. The only thing we need to worry about is our own homeland. We've already been infiltrated by the CCP. Look at the fucking, look at every single one of our hospitals at this point. All lockstep. They don't want you thinking for yourself. They want you compliant. They want compliance. They want compliance, people. They want more power and control over you. They don't want you to have your own house, your own car, your own business. They don't want you to have your own voice. They don't want you to be able to think for yourself. This is all the lockstep programming that they have been spewing out. And they do it every single time. Now, yes, God bless all these boys and girls who are put and pitted in the middle of this shit. Please keep them all safe, God. But don't believe the hype. There's been so much stuff that has come out that has been debunked. It's all been a lot of propaganda has been debunked of the stuff that's coming out, especially the stuff that the mainstream media is pushing. Get on alternative news. Don't watch the mainstream. Like I said, the only thing I'm worried about is some for freaking to pull us more into a war is like a bombing or something, an actual bombing happening to really piss off the American people and get behind this regime. Don't do it. It's a plot and a plan. Blue Flame's giving you the truth, and Blue Flame's going to tell you the truth. I don't care if the globalists don't like it. You can go fuck off. Look in my eyes. I don't give a fuck. I'm going to tell the world the truth about what you are and who you are. You didn't fool me. I have skin in the game, so I actually can sit here and bitch about this. I got skin in the game. A lot of people don't, and they're sitting there saying, why don't we go over there and blow up Ukraine? We need to go defend Ukraine. Are you kidding me? The crime launching pad of the world. Anything that the mainstream media says that we should go and do and fight, I'm going to do the opposite. Look over here so that we can sneak attack you over here. And my daughter just got a hold of me and said, hey, we don't have to wear masks in school no more. I said, well, that might be for right now. Who knows what other bioweapon they were unleashed on society to spread it? Who fucking knows? Because these people are evil. They've been spraying freaking shit in the air. Smart dust and all that other shit. Man, don't believe the hype, people. Make sure you do your homework before you pick a side. Actually, stay Switzerland and say, you want to know what? I ain't picking a side on this. I'm actually just going to vote for the common person and fuck these elites. I hope every single military person puts down their guns and turns around and goes like this to your leaders. Fuck you. You want to fight? Go. You want to what? Go. We'll do a world pay-per-view where, we could stick Putin and Biden in the ring and let them duke it out. Let them beat each other up. Who cares? Nope, this is all for global money shifting and money laundering. I ain't picking a side on any of this. And neither should any of you. Watch out for the propaganda. I've been saying that. Watch out for the global propaganda. These people are evil. And look, we have to be really careful how we say things as far as we're not talking about, we got to make sure people know we're not talking about the common folk. We're talking about the people and the leaders at the top who are corrupt. I don't have a problem with Chinese people. I have a problem with their corrupt government. I don't have a problem with Ukraine. I have the people of Ukraine. I have a problem with the evil people who are running shit. I don't have a problem with Russia. I have a problem with the evil people at the top running shit. I don't have a problem with the United States. I have a problem with the people running shit. I don't have a problem with people up in Canada. I have a problem with the fucking dictator up there running shit. I don't have a problem with the people in Mexico. I have a problem with the freaking evil people money laundering and And I don't have a problem with my American citizens, Democrat or Republican. We all should have a problem with the people at the top running this shit. There's a pattern and a method to their madness. Please share this video. There's a method to their madness. And they know exactly how to get people to lockstep, fall in line, and it's through pushing propaganda. Look, their COVID narrative fell through the fucking cracks. They know this. They can no longer keep people under their control until their little thing is all set in motion. Like I said, if Biden gave a shit, they cared. What they care about is their secrets getting exposed. And what should we not be looking at? Because everybody's focused on Ukraine. That's what we really need to understand. This is all a distraction. This is all to get people all in their emotions, which I am not. This is how I talk all the time. So I'm not in my emotions. And I could be. I'm a mom of a Marine. I really could be. Not just a mom of a Marine, a mom of a deployed Marine. So I already told my dad yesterday. And you all can take this to the fucking bank. My son ends up a casualty of war because of this fucking needless bullshit. The military shows up on my fucking door. They're getting spit in the face. Yep. They will. With two big middle fingers in their face. And you all should feel the same way about your children globally. Keep your children out of this bullshit. This isn't about us. This is about the elites at the top wanting more power and control over the masses because they're getting exposed left and right through this media storm that's been taking place. Don't believe the hype, people. Either way, I love you. I love you all. If I didn't, I wouldn't come on here and put my ass up in the air to get fucking deplatformed and shit like that. I'm telling you the truth of what I know. And the patterns from history. Past history cycles, and it cycles back around. There's nothing new under the sun. There very well could be more advanced weapons and weaponry, yeah. That very well could be. However, the tactics aren't new for controlling the population. This is the way I was actually coming up with the night before Christmas, you know, that whole little phrase. I was actually thinking about doing a nice poem about this situation. The old pooty poot, you know. Shout out to the Salted Cracker for coming up with that name. Yep, that'll be in the history books 50 years from now. Old Putin being called Pooty Poot. Either way, I don't stick up for anything. But I did find it interesting. He even used the whole propagandized Nazi stuff. That was brilliant, by the way. Yeah, we're over here killing Nazis. He isn't lying though. That's the problem. They have a huge neo-Nazi protected class over there in Ukraine. Did you not know this? Yeah, they do. So as soon as I heard that, I'm like, that's exactly where Antifa and them, I knew it. They've been funneled in here from Ukraine. Mm-hmm. Those are the people they've been shipping all around the globe. With the Democratic crime syndicate out going on over there. Thanking Obama. Thank Biden. Thank Pelosi. Interesting. Hunter worked there. Pelosi's kid works there. On the boards of the Ukrainian government shit. Yeah. Money laundering there for a while. Don't think that the Chinese Communist Party isn't involved in this. Oh, yeah, they are. They're the ones who helped with this false, phony election that we just had in 2020. Yep. They helped overthrow our government so that they could come in and take over. Watch and see if I'm lying. I haven't been wrong about none of this. They've already been infiltrating. So think about it. What if I'm not wrong about none of this? Remember, Blue Flame told you all first, because I'd never heard anybody say this the way I just did and break it down the way I just did. So don't believe the hype. Stay calm and stay off of social media. Don't take a side. And if you can, keep your family calm. Obviously, I have no love lost for the Bushes either, and their evil schemes. Never let a good tragedy go to waste. Hence, Hillary Clinton. Satan's firstborn daughter. Either way, I'm off of here. I love you guys. Take care. Have a wonderful, eventful rest of your afternoon. And yeah, there's some things to think about. I'm just letting you know. I know that I'm right about that. With the Antifa, and nobody else has said it, but I can connect the dots pretty damn well. I've been saying this for a while. Sure, many of these people were taught English. Many of these people have been MK Ultra'd and mind controlled. They might have even been formed in these bioweapons labs. Who knows? Either way, talk to you later. Bye.